Someone there? I can hear you. Who is that? Who's in there?
Hello, Adam. Dr. Gordon. I want to play a game.
The Jigsaw Killer.
Paul, find the path with the razor wire.
Technically speaking, he's not really a murderer. He never killed anyone.
Dr. Gordon, your aim in this game is to kill Adam. If you do not, then Diana will die.
He finds ways for his victims to kill themselves.
I'm sick of people who don't appreciate their blessings. I've given you a life purpose.
Looks like our friend Jigsaw likes to book himself front row seats to his own sick games.
He doesn't want us to cut through our chains. He wants us to cut through our feet.
Most people are so ungrateful to be alive. Not anymore.
You are a drug addict. Do you think that is why he picked you?
He helped me.
Don't believe Adam's lies.
Live or die. Make your choice.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Deep Cuts, where we dive deep with the artists shaping the sound of now and the ones redefining what comes next. Today I'm joined by a band that's been carving their name into the alt metalcore scene with heavy riffs, haunting melodies, and raw emotional honesty. With a sound that hits hard but still leaves room for vulnerability, they've been turning heads and shaking floors across every venue they play. Please welcome Sevalynn. Sevalynn, everyone, thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here, man.
Hi, my name is Princess, and I'm the lead singer of Sevalynn.
I'm James. I play guitar.
I'm Ian. I play the drums. Playing all those blast beats.
I'm Kai. I'm a bass player and also some production stuff.
I'm Tyler. I also play guitar.
To start it off, how did Sevalynn come about?
I'll start that.
All right.
So I originally started Sevalynn when I was in Seattle. Well, actually Tacoma. But yeah, I started it as just like a little project of mine because the name Sevalynn is my middle name. And then I went to school in Boston, and that's where I met all of my bandmates. And I think meeting them is what really binded the sound together that we have now.
Yeah, I mean, really, it was like we've had a little bit of I think since Princess moved to Boston, we've had a little bit of like lineup changes and stuff. And I know it was like we kind of slowly all crept into the band, kind of one at a time. Like it was Tyler, and then it was me, and then it was Kai, and then it was James. And then it's like now we're at a place where everything just feels so right with the lineup and stuff.
Your debut EP, The Vial, it dropped last October. It's been out for almost, pretty close to a year. Looking back on it, what's the story you're telling with those collections of songs?
Take no bullshit. When I'm saying The Vial, I'm kind of just saying that like I'm over the bullshit of people trying to walk over me, and I just don't want to get to that point again in my life. And that's kind of what the whole EP is about, is just changing the roles of, I'm going to write a bunch of songs about someone or people who walked all over me, and now I'm going to kind of make those lessons about me and how I can go about that.
I'll add a little bit to that. It was like Sevalynn beforehand too. prior to this EP had a very different sound that was a lot less heavy and a little bit more like alt rock. And I think it was like those themes that Princess was talking about are very reflected in the music, and how like we did a significant genre switch. And I remember like Blurry being the first single is like, it just got progressively heavier and heavier. And it's almost like The Vial being the last song, like, is kind of like an amalgamation of everything we were working on with that heavier sound.
Yeah, that's a really cool way to put it. I think that was all written just by Princess and Tyler, right?
Yeah.
And then Ian, you did your own drum parts. And then that kind of ties back to what you were saying about how there's a different sound because there were different members. But now where we're at with like this heavy vibe has really got us some decent traction going. And it's been a little more successful.
Are you guys in the process of any new music like recording, and is the vial kind of like a basis for what the sound is going for in the future? Are you gonna try mixing up a little bit?
With our new music, we're leaning a little bit more into the metalcore aspect of it, which is like catchy melodies, and then the hardcore part of it where it's a little bit more scary.
Slamming, lots of breakdowns.
Lots of breakdowns.
No
yeah.
shortage of that on this release. And
it's
coming
like
up
cooler
pretty
than
soon.
that. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, it's like cool that songs are like longer than a minute and a half too. It's like nice to have like a structure.
See, I kind of love the songs like what you guys are having, like a minute and a half, like short ones. It's, you know, like you come in, you do what you need to do, and get out. But like also, like, you know, longer songs are awesome for more structurally, for more melody. But short songs and heavy just hit harder.
Oh yeah,
for sure. And we got some of those, but we're definitely mixing things up a little bit. Where there's going to be, you know, we're trying to work on some tracks that are more in that 3 to 5 minute, but then there's a couple like 2 minute, you know, hardcore bangers.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool with all the new stuff. We all are working on it pretty collaboratively. We all have kind of an equal share of input, so that kind of makes everything sound a little more cohesive, which I think is pretty important.
Yeah.
With the songwriting process for you guys, is it more of like lyrics first, riffs, or like drums first? Like, how does the songwriting usually go?
I'd say we lay them tracks down and we just demo our shit kind of, and from there I just take the song and kind of just start writing over it.
Princess has been pretty good at just adding her own lyrics and melody to like a demo that one of us will have already written.
Yeah.
So it makes it really easy to write, especially when we're not in the same place. Some of us can kind of demo a song and then we can share it and edit it from there.
And I think this process for sure has like definitely generated what I think is some of our best work by far. It's really nice to come up with a song and a bunch of riffs, and Princess is able to just lay something that I wouldn't expect, but complements the song so well.
Yeah.
I really like riffs a lot. So yeah, that's about it.
I think that is a shared sentiment with me as well.
Yeah.
I've been liking how the writing process is going a lot. It's it seems to me like very efficient so far. Like it kind of what y'all were saying of like just like we have like a nice order of operations, and like we had like a little spreadsheet of like some things that we were looking to change or look at. But yeah, it feels very efficient, and it's very fun.
Do you all live like in the same city, like same town? Are y'all close by to each other?
That's a little. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
And no. Currently, we are all in our hometowns, which is everywhere. And then in the fall, we'll be all back together because we all met through school. So that's kind of how
For the songwriting, how do you approach balancing heavy instrumentation with, you know, like emotional, introspective lyrics without one overpowering the other?
I think we're all pretty pretty mindful of that because a song can be super heavy, but no one's gonna listen to it unless it's got like a good hook and it's catchy. And we're kind of trying to hit like maybe a little bit of the mainstream kind of sound just by making stuff super, catchy and relatable. But
Yeah, and I
then
think. Oh, go ahead.
just as to make it just how we want,
Yeah, I think that too. A lot of our influences have that balance pretty well. Like we really, really like bands like Loathe and Spirit Box that kind of do that thing really well, where they'll mix like the heaviest shit you've ever heard with like this angelic, like reverb drowned chorus. And that's a lot of what we're trying to go for.
I feel like it's cool how we can have that, like the two kind of different vibes within one song. Or, for instance, new stuff we're working on, we can have something super catchy, and then just the next track will be just full heavy and breakdowns the whole time. So just different ways of splitting it up.
I found you guys through an ad on Instagram. Have you reached like a wide audience through like advertising yet, or like playing these live shows? Do you feel like you're at like a bigger place now than you've started?
Oh, for sure. Because Sevalynn kind of started literally as nothing. Like we had actually nothing out, and it was just completely brand new. I lost my train of thought.
Yo, is that your dog, Princess?
Yeah. Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, the question was, do you feel like you're at like a bigger, better place than when you first started?
Oh yeah, I think since this lineup has been like cohesive and we have the look. God damn it, I'm so sorry.
You're good. You're good.
Hi, you should take over, please.
Yeah, I think what she was saying is that kind of before we had this EP out, Princess and the band, that was before I was in it. They were still kind of trying to figure out what kind of sound worked best. And until we had kind of a solid lineup going, we didn't really make too much progress. But now since we all know we want to be, part of this band, we know what kind of sound we want. That's made it a lot easier to move forward and make progress kind of within our scene.
Yeah, I would say a big thing. I like to give a lot of credit to James joining the band, because it was like, as the moment James joined, it just felt like everything kind of started happening a little bit faster and everything just felt right. And it felt like we're in a place where like, oh, like I feel like I can settle in this band. And me and Kai are in another band called Headsick. That's like a post-hardcore band. And at the time, that band was like our focus. And it was like, we didn't really know how Sevalynn was going to go just because of a lot of uncertain things with the lineup. And like, I remember when James joined, it kind of started feeling a little bit more like a band family. And it was a really nice feeling.
Yeah, definitely having our lineup together really went a long way, because then we were able to play shows, regularly. And then also, we're kind of meeting people in our scene and then learning how to progress as a band.
Where you guys started, is it like a big scene there with a lot of like bands coming up?
I would say mostly in Boston, yes, not so much Seattle. Like Sevalynn in Seattle, before I met any of these guys, it was just kind of like more alt rock, a little like Flyleaf-esque. And then I came to Boston and met Tyler, and Tyler was the one who kind of just suggested, hey, we should do some more heavier stuff. And I was like, okay, like I'll try it out. And since then, I've kind of just been hooked on the heavier stuff.
This question's like a big, like, what if hypothetical, but if Sevalynn's sound was like the soundtrack to a film, what movie do you think would it be?
Gotta be a horror movie for sure.
I would say like Diary of a Wimpy Kid,
Yep.
I'd say
or like what's the Adam Sandler Happy Gilmore?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I could totally see like The Crow or something like that.
man, I'm gonna have to watch Happy Gilmore while listening to our music. That's
No, I know, but
that's
like, yeah,
that's fire as shit.
yeah, or like that, or like fuck. What's the other Adam Sandler movie with the TV remote?
Click.
Click. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, that movie sucks. I'm not thinking of that one.
With
Though
that,
we do take a lot of inspiration from like horror movies, like our some of our music videos and stuff. Princess can probably talk about it a little more. We even have like one of the demo titles for a new song is called Saw 3D. So a lot of like horror movie elements in our stuff.
that's actually a question I was going to ask. Is like, what visuals or like aesthetics inspire Sevalynn? Like either for the live shows, music videos, album like art covers or anything.
I just like spooky stuff. So like I'm yeah, anything like well, we got a lot of Skinamarink references and in Veins and Flowers music video, which I actually had not seen that before we even started making that music video. So, but we just love a good dark theme. Purple is our thing currently. We're having a purple theme come up on this tour, so
We're at a place too where like a lot of our instruments are purple just by coincidence. So we like kind of embrace that a lot.
Yeah,
Like
with
I've
this
got my purple guitar.
oh,
Purple.
yes,
That,
sir.
that's
Yeah,
sick.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, with this band, the branding is like particularly clear, I feel like Princess said, we like the spooky stuff. And then we're all kind of trying to, coordinate and match more so than I've ever done with any other band I've been in. So it's really cool having something that consistent.
Yeah. Oh, another thing, tying in the horror, I think with our sound, like one thing I've thought about is that like spooky stuff isn't always like super loud and heavy all the time. And I feel like it's really easy to pair the scarier visuals with our music getting like really heavy for one section, but then having a lot of break periods where there's a lot of space and ambience.
You guys got a tour kicking off on August 14th. How are you mentally or like physically preparing for life on the road coming up?
That's been my summer job basically. Me and Ian in particular, we've just been grinding, just getting that whole thing done. I've put in so many hours on, trying to find venues, bands to play with, and then, a band will drop and you got to scramble to find another one. But
DIY booking is hard.
yeah,
So hard.
it's pretty tough.
It's a lot of payoff, but man, we've booked tours for our other band in the past, but this has been our most successful booking, I would say. Like we got like good lineups for all the shows. We've got like some shows with like bands that are bigger than us, we're playing bigger venues. It's just the work is paying off, and I'm just so excited to get on the road.
In the past, me and Ian on tours with our other band, we've played shows to, like 5 people. So on this one, that's why we're doing it totally by ourselves, so we can make sure we have a solid venue and that we're playing with bands that are bigger than us that will actually have local pull. And then, in addition to preparing, I'm being super particular, writing out set orders and like the times where we have to be everywhere. And then we've all just been, at home practicing and preparing just to make sure that it runs as smoothly as possible.
And you guys like produce everything yourself. Like you said, you tour, you're managing all by yourself. You don't have any really extra help.
We've got like one extra guy, and that's it. Everything else is us. Kai mixes all of our stuff. Vile, he mastered that too. It's really, really nice having a mixing engineer in the band because it saves us so much money.
Yeah, it's really nice being able to produce our own music. Like Ian has, his drums at his house, and but he's able to record them, and then we can all just record our own instruments, and then they send them to me, and we're able to make our own music that way. It just makes it super convenient and efficient.
And for this current tour coming up, are there any cities or venues that you're, hyped to play? Any fans you're excited to finally, play for?
I would say probably Tough Luck Fest that's happening in Brighton. That one's gonna be our biggest show by far. It has Great American Ghost on there, Move, Illicit, some some bands that are doing some really good stuff in the scene, and we're just excited to get in front of their audience and just get as much eyes as we can. And I would also say our Tacoma show, only because we haven't, well, this lineup has not played Seattle yet, so I think it's definitely going to be kind of shocking to the fans that were at like earlier Sevalynn days. They're going to be like, what the hell? So that's also going to be exciting.
I'm pretty stoked for this one show that we have in California that is like a 8 or 9 band bill, where it's just like all day of just like only hardcore bands. Because I feel like that one is going to be packed, and it's in like a tattoo shop too. So I just feel like it's going to get really violent in like a good way.
Yeah, that's the thing with the DIY tour is that we're playing some, clubs and bars and things. And then we have a show like this where it's hosted at a tattoo shop. We've played at, a laundromat. We have a show coming up at a barbecue restaurant. So doing things DIY kind of you get into kind of the nitty-gritty audience, like the real underground scene. And I feel
Dirty
like that's
Dungarees,
cool. Yeah, because the
Bio.
people that go to those type of shows really care about the music, which is awesome.
I'm really excited for like all the stuff like in the northwest area because I've never been in that part of the world in the summertime, and I hear it's really really pretty up there. So I'm super excited to be up there at that time.
I've never been to the West Coast like in my entire life ever. So I
Really?
guess yeah, I've like the farthest I've gone, I've been to Texas. And that is the furthest that direction I've ever been. So yeah, I guess all of them. Unless like I really fucking hate the West Coast, then I guess we'll see.
It's kind of a cool dynamic because we all met in Boston, but we're from different places. So we're we're kind of playing a bunch of hometown shows up the West Coast. Like at least me, Ian, and Princess are from California, Oregon, and Washington, respectively. So that's how we're able to pull the tour off. We're gonna be staying at our own houses, and then our friends and family from the area get to see what we've been working on, kind of maybe for the first time. So it's really cool just coming back home and bringing with us this kind of new band.
Whenever you do another tour, y'all got to come down to Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely want to do that because I've heard the scene's really great down there.
There's a really good scene down here.
I got some family in Florida too, so have a place to stay.
Nice. Well, what part? Like south, west? Which part of
I
Florida?
think I have a sister who lives in Cocoa Beach, and then I have an uncle who lives in like 30 minutes away from Orlando. So
Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm in St. Augustine. I'm like about 30 minutes outside of Jacksonville and about 2 hours ish away from Orlando. And yeah, there's a really good music scene here. So y'all would have some good lineups to support
yeah,
with
I
down
love
here.
St. Augustine. I've been there a couple of times. The
Oh,
beaches are nice.
summertime, it's rough. It's like 110 every day here now. So it's been rough.
Oh,
Yeah, I remember I was walking
ew.
down this street one time and I just couldn't understand how you guys do it. I have to be at the beach all day It's too hot.
But yeah, so if you ever come down here, I would recommend like fall or winter for Florida, where it's a little cooler, especially for like outdoor venues.
Definitely winter time. Maybe we'll ask you for some local recs.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I could help you out there.
Sweet.
Oh yeah, man.
For this tour, are you going to be playing mostly like the vinyl material, or are you going to be mixing in some new unreleased songs or some covers? Like, what's the track list looking like?
So we're gonna be playing all originals. We used to do covers a lot before we had a big catalog, but there's gonna be some new ones. I think there's gonna be 4 new ones or something like that. So yeah, it's gonna be a good mix.
Yeah, one of those new ones is coming out while we're on the tour, so that's gonna be pretty exciting.
Yeah, stay tuned for that, guys.
Do you guys have like a pre-show ritual you do before a show, like, or have like a token that if you don't have it, things feel off before a show? Like any skeptical things?
I would say there's a certain perfume that I always spray on myself before my shows. And there was one time where I didn't spray it on myself, and that show ended up going bad for me. So I definitely have one. Yeah, I'd say.
Wow.
For me, I feel like it comes down to like the shoes I'm wearing. Like if I'm wearing like some big tennis shoes, like it'll make me like lose my balance on stage and like feel really awkward. So like sometimes I have to make a point to wear like some slides or something of that kind of sort, so I can feel more connected to the place where we're playing and have a better, more confident show.
I'm cooked. I don't wear shoes when I play.
I didn't even know that about you guys. I'd say USB-C cord.
Laptop.
I like watching fish swim in an aquarium. I think I don't know. I just like the less I can think about playing, the better. So if I watch like a bunch of fish on like YouTube in an aquarium swim around, that's what I'm gonna think about for like that 30 minutes. And I really fucking like clownfish, like Nemo. So sometimes I'll watch like there's like live streams of fish swimming in an aquarium, and there's these videos of cab views of trains going like to Norway, and those are pretty sick. So if I can like just think about that, I'll like play okay. But the minute that I remember I'm playing, I sound like shit.
Oh no. We're really learning some dark secrets here from everyone. Well, not dark, but
I don't think that's very dark. I don't know.
No, it's not dark. It's just...
Jesus, I just watch fish. I don't think that's like a...
Fish are so dark.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I usually like have to have a good meal before a show. Like if I have had that's the thing that's nice about touring is we'll always eat somewhere that's like maybe local or something, and if my stomach is full, like I'm ready to rip. No pun intended.
Yeah. So how do you feel Sevalynn fits into the current metalcore or alternative scene, and what do you think the genre is missing or possibly needs more of?
Fans. I think we're missing fans. I think we fit in it in a way where like right now, like heavy shoegaze is on an uprise and hardcore is on an uprise. And so I think once we start playing shows like our Tough Luck show, once we start playing more shows that are a bigger deal, I think I lost my train of thought again. So I think, Kai, you probably know what I'm trying to say, so go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's cool that like you said, hardcore music is getting big. Like we're really lucky that the music we like to play is getting popular with, bands like Spirit Box, even, Sleep Token, Bad Omens, like the ones that are just going viral are still, genre adjacent.
Especially Knocked Loose, man. That's like, they're like we love them, and it's so sick seeing a band like that, be playing on live TV. getting nominated for Grammys, stuff like that is like, you know, we're kind of far away from that point, but like it's really huge for us as fans too. And like it really inspires us, like, you know, we can do this thing because these bands are playing music that's so extreme but they're so successful.
You asked what the scene is missing. I feel like there could be more spaces for up and coming bands. Like as a band who has to book ourselves, we're constantly struggling to find spots to play. You know, all like the DIY house shows in Boston just got shut down and they all disappeared last year.
Yeah, it's a big
And then,
problem in Boston.
booking in California, there was some show where some guys like destroyed the venue just in the crowd, and then because of that, our most important show that we had booked dropped us because they were scared of doing a heavy show and getting their space, destroyed. So that's the one thing I feel like the scene is missing. It's just,
Yeah,
space
and
for
good
music.
venues that like I think really care about the artists, because something that comes up a lot is like it's really hard to get in good communication with a venue or have a venue or promoter that like is very actively trying to help you and respond to you and not just, just kind of leaving you like, sorry, not maybe like not responding to you for a week if you're just asking for something simple like the load in time,
Yep.
Gotcha.
He's thinking about fish.
Yeah. Actually, no, I think one thing is there's a lot of like elitist people and they can fucking suck it. Cause like it's like I hate playing shows as a band that has like certain aspects that like aren't like I find this with hardcore too. It's like you can be a hardcore band that plays with another hardcore band, and because your music maybe isn't as like brutal as theirs, you're like looked down on, and it kind of doesn't make a lot of sense because as much as there's cool people that are very open, there's a lot of people that aren't, and I think that just comes down to poor taste.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Oh, for sure. Adding on to that, it's like we've had experiences with this ourselves where like, everyone's trying to do their own thing and be an individual. And it's like, especially in the hardcore scene, there's like a very big, like, oh, this band is kind of maybe trying to be a bit trendy or do something that's like not just very generic hardcore and not do something new, and they'll be looked down on because they're doing something new. And that is like, I think something people don't realize is going on a lot.
Yeah.
It's very prominent.
Yeah, we definitely face some of that. Some of our buddies are probably going to get mad at us for saying that.
And the thing too is like when people are mentally stuck in a place like that, like their bands aren't going to excel as much because they're not doing anything new. So that thinking about that kind of puts me at peace of mind because I'm like, well, maybe I can't play a show with these people, but they're not really going to go anywhere because they're not really trying to break out of their local scene or do something different than everyone else in their scene.
Do you guys have a specific moment from any of your live shows, like something that sticks out to you? Like it could be, any weird moment, any great moment, something that just reminds you, why you're doing this?
I'd say, honestly, we had a skate park show in Providence, and it was just so fun to be on a bill with Nailed Shut. I don't know if you know who they are, but they took us under their wing and took us on like a little weekender tour. And one of the venues was just a DIY skate place show. Skate park. And there were so many people there, and it started pouring down rain while we were performing, and people were just going ham. They were moshing, they were they were so excited, and it just reminded me that, oh, like, people dig this shit, and we can actually do something with our music. This is just one of the first steps.
Yeah, if you're watching this and we're at that show, like, thank you so much. Like, that was such a sick moment. Like, the two-step game while we played Flowers, crazy.
It's like those videos you see, it's like almost forgot that this was the whole point. And it was one of those moments. Oh, it was magical.
That's like the high that every band chases, right? Like moments like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one was particularly cool because it was the first time we played there, so it was all strangers. They probably hadn't even have heard of us before,
Yeah,
and they were
and we got a lot of followers. We got a lot of people like asking about us at that show. And it was like kind of weird because we played, and then two other bands had Nailed Shut played, and it just started pouring down rain just so heavily. But it was like the vibes were just kind of still there, and it's really cool to see when maybe if a venue is so like janky like that, where it's literally you're just playing outside of the skate park, but the energy is like you're playing in a stadium. It's awesome.
And here in Jacksonville, there's a skate park venue also, Kona Skate Park. It's like one of the oldest skate parks in the U.S., and they have a venue there they do on the side. So that'd be a sick place to see all at.
Hell yeah.
Fire. Yeah, no, we'd love to do something like that again.
And Kona was actually in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4, so it's in a Tony Hawk game.
Oh, Kai's about to like
I'm
he's
writing
jumping
down
on
right
that.
now.
He's like, yo, where can I get my plane ticket?
That just rocks.
Like, speaking of venues, do you guys have like a specific dream venue you'd love to play at?
For me, I am from Oregon, and like Portland, there's like a few. So I think my biggest one, which is funny because it's like the smallest one I've been to, is this spot called the Hawthorne Theater. And I remember that it was one of the first heavy shows I ever went to back when I was like 17 was there. And it just like changed my thought process on music. And it like really made me want to do that thing. And it's just like a 500 cap. But like, if I could play on that stage, I would be living the dream.
I think for me, Red Rocks, I think would be my number one because you see all like the concert DVDs and like all the cool bands that play there. I remember watching the videos of like Opeth from there and Am was his leader, stuff like that. But I took a family trip to Colorado a few years ago, and we didn't get to go see a show there, but the venue was open, and we went and walked around. You could like go on the stage and like look out at the audience, and it was the wintertime, so it started snowing while we were there, and it was really pretty. So like it would be very much a dream come true to play there.
I'd say for me, probably the Showbox Soto in Seattle. Just because like a lot of the bands that I have seen there ended up blowing up after they played there. And so I'm like, okay, if I can just get in there, like I know it's going somewhere, which I do know it's going somewhere, but that's just kind of like an extra confirmation. Also, I think one of my favorite concerts was there. I went to go see Bring Me the Horizon there when I was like 16. And it was the best fucking concert I'd ever been to. Poppy was opening for them, and I had no idea who Poppy was, and now fucking look at her. So, yeah.
Right.
When I was 12 years old, I'm from Philly, and so I grew up going to a lot of shows like in Philly and like out of Philly, but like nearby. And there's a place in Camden, which is like an hour, and it's in New Jersey. And the place sucks, but there's a venue. It used to be BB&T Pavilion. I don't know what it is now. But when I was 12, I got to see Black Sabbath do the End tour, like the last tour they ever did. So, and like that was like when I was growing up, that was like the band. Like I was kind of had a weird obsession with. They were cool, and I've seen like a bunch of cool bands. I like a year ago saw Slipknot and Knocked Loose there, but it was like I grew up seeing bands that were like super like big for me. I saw Megadeth there. I've seen Slayer there. So like it's just like I grew up going there and kind of throughout high school and still now. So it's like it's sick. It's just like an outdoor like pavilion venue, but it's like I've seen more shows there than I think anywhere else.
Dude, that's so sick that you're from Philly. I'm originally from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, like by like Scranton.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah. Yeah, so I've been to Philly a bunch, you know, like Trocadero Theater there. I've been to a bunch. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that closed a couple years ago, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, my last show I saw there was Arch Enemy and Trivium, and
I saw that show.
No way, yeah, I was there.
Yeah. That was when the Sin in the Sentence came out. I remember that.
Yeah. While She Sleeps opened up also.
Yeah, I missed like most of their set. I saw a song and I had never heard of Arch Enemy before. And I didn't realize Jeff Loomis was in that band, so I like shat everywhere as soon as he came on stage.
That's so funny.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's crazy, man. We were in the same place.
Yeah.
Wait, what the fuck? That's so crazy. Tyler, you're meant to be.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'd say Warped Tour for me.
Dude, I'd love to see y'all at I don't know if you ever heard the festival down here, Rockville at Daytona.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome to Rockville.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Isn't that on like a racetrack?
Yeah,
right?
it's on the Daytona Raceway. Yeah. Like,
that's fucking crazy.
I think we know some people that have played that. So our school, we all go to Berklee College of Music. And our school does this program where they get like upcoming Berklee artists into major festivals, and I think they used to do Welcome to Rockville. There's actually a band playing Tough Luck with Us that did it, Survive the Sun, and they played Welcome to Rockville probably in like 2022 or something like that. And speaking of Warped Tour, some of our friends just also played Warped Tour. Shout out Ring Pop. We're closing in on those things, maybe.
That'd be sick. Yeah, Rockville's awesome. It's just hot. It's so fucking hot. They have it in May, which is like the worst month for like being out in the sun in Florida. Like a fun fact, they actually spray. They bring like fire truck hoses. They spray it into the audience all day, like when they're playing, just to keep people cooled down. On top of like dream venues, any dream bands y'all would love to like collab tour with?
Kesha.
I would.
Valid.
I'd say definitely like the female fronted bands for me at least. So like Dying Wish or Spirit Box, even Fleshwater, like opening up for any of those bands would be like, holy shit, like hell yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah. Hopefully Fleshwater one day, because they're also from Mass, and they sometimes do smaller shows with like a couple small bands on it. So like Fleshwater, please get us on a bill. We're right in your backyard, dude.
Me and Tyler have actually run into Mercy and I forget what the other guy's name, the dude from Vane. We've run into them a couple of times in Mass, just like hanging out at a Harm's Way show, and nobody, not even like recognizing them. And we're like, holy shit, like you guys are just hanging out here.
Or if like Vane ever decides to like be a band again.
Oh, Vane is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, because they're based in Massachusetts. So
actually, you know what? I take Kesha back. I think Car Bomb would be pretty cool. I really fucking like
agree
Car
with
Bomb.
this. The new song that came out today, that guitar tone almost brought me to tears.
No, it's like stretching
nasty.
a rubber band as far as it goes, but they like pull it back before it's gonna break. It's like they're like the coolest band ever.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
You just can't wear their merch at an airport. Or like talk about them.
That's so funny.
There's this band that we've been trying to play with called Static Dress.
Oh yeah.
And they're pretty cool. They're kind of small, but they're they're getting there. So they'd
Yeah.
be fun to play with.
Their drummer is kind of an online buddy of mine, and they are like one of those bands that got me into like more scene music when I was in high school. I know their drummer pretty well, and I've met him a couple times. I've met up with him a couple times, and like I think having a show with a bigger band like that would be really cool. Like because I have a little bit of that personal connection, and they're just one of my favorite bands. So I think for me, like in the closer future, opening for a band like Static Dress would be really cool. But I think like my top band would have to be, at least for us, would have to be like Spirit Box or Loathe or something. Like being at that level where it's like, you know, we're trying to do that exact, like not exact same thing, but like we look at that and we're like, oh my God, so cool. Like, I think I would just feel like a rock star playing with one of those bands.
Yeah, I would say the same.
And before we wrap it up, I'll let you guys go soon. I talked about the tour, and we briefly talked about new music coming up. Anything else you want to promote? Get out there.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah, keep your eyes peeled. Some cool, spooky things are coming.
Yeah.
More soon than you would think.
We got a lot of stuff cooking up.
Yeah. One last shout out. I forgot to shout out our one other person that helps us with stuff, Asher Thomas. He's the singer of Nailed Shut. He does all of our video stuff. So and he's kind of been helping us with some management stuff. So that's like the one other person I would say that's definitely made the band feel like more serious for me and like really inspired me to get more involved.
Asher uses Colgate toothpaste.
He does,
which makes him have good taste in toothpaste.
And
What
we
toothpaste do
about an
you
hour
use?
ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we did. What toothpaste do you use?
Do I use?
Yeah.
Fucking, I think Crest Pro White or something. I don't know.
All right, that's respectable. If you said like Sensodyne or something, I would have been. I don't know.
You would have just left the interview.
Yeah, you would have left.
I mean, like, no, actually, you know what? Never mind. That's an acceptable answer. I won't be picky.
We had a band meeting before this, and he was just like really, really shitting on Sensodyne.
I don't think you can buy it in stores. I think you got to order it, and if you order your toothpaste, then you probably have like way more problems than the average person. If you have to Amazon Prime your toothpaste,
right?
Unless you do that, and if that's what you do, I guess good luck. But
Me personally,
I don't know.
Me personally,
I don't know. Okay, you're not just saying that.
No, I don't know. I personally don't.
You're gonna in 5 days. You're gonna walk outside your door, and you're gonna see a package, and you're gonna be like, "What is this? It's for Tyler." You're gonna open it. Sensodyne toothpaste from Amazon.
If you do that, I don't even I would just honestly, dude, I would take the Sensodyne and I would figure something out to do with it. I would paint something with it. I really got to learn to shut my fucking mouth sometimes. Cause dude, I've never met you, but now I know you use Crest, so
yeah, it's just crazy.
I know, yeah. Were you using Crest when you were in the Trocadero Theater when we were in the same room? Or were you on a different was that a different time in your life?
Bro, that was 2017. I honestly don't
Mm-hmm.
know.
Yeah, it was November 1st. I remember this.
It was fucking cold. I remember that.
Yeah, that's why I remember it, because it snowed.
But first, James, Ian, Kai, Princess, Tyler, I want to just thank y'all so much taking the time out of your day, hanging out with me, talking music. And apparently you said it's your first interview. I am grateful for this. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
We really appreciate you having us. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks. I love the the awkward pause because it's on Zoom after every time.
That's just great.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this was fun.
Yeah, thank you so much. having us.
Yeah,
Thanks.
of course.
Thank
And,
you.
if there's anything, in the future, if you guys have more stuff you want to promote, I'll be more than happy to have you guys back on here. We can figure something out. And like I said, if you guys are in Florida, I'll help you out with some bands, some venues. I can get you guys connected.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Follow me on Instagram. I'll follow you back, bro.
I got you, man. All right, thank y'all. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank
Sounds
you.
good.
Have a good night, dude.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.